Hi, everybody, and welcome to 2020 and Season 3 of Off Track TV Live. Along with Dan Kapuscinski, I'm the voice, Shane Andrews. Happy New Year, everybody, but Dan, most important, happy new racing season.
I know, it's great. We're finally past the first of the year, ready for a brand new racing season, already racing action having taken place. But Shane, look around us here. Nice new setup, great digs for the upcoming racing season. We're going to have over 20 of these Off Track TV Live shows coming at you guys this season.
And we can't do this without the help of some very special people. And we got to say thank you, of course, Jimmy Phelps, promoter, general manager of the Weedsport Speedway, Al Hankey, the owner, Betsy Angelone, the general manager, and how about a shout out to Andy Powell for building this nice new desk for us.
I know, everybody really stepped it up, but it's all part of an effort to bring you more shows, more frequency, really ramp this thing up so we can promote the sport we love as well as Weedsport Speedway as much as we can during the 2020 season. There's a lot of effort that goes into this. The production crew has been working very hard. Even today, they had some work right up to the last second. We had a little bit of a hiccup with the stream here this evening, but we got it all squared away now and we're ready to bring you a great show.
Well, we were all busy watching what was going on with Harry and Meghan leaving the royal family that we had to keep up on that, of course. But our apologies for the late start, but nonetheless, we've got a great show for you here tonight. And we want you to be interactive with Dan and I. Contact us on Facebook, comment, like, share, the whole ball of wax. If you have questions for us, give us a shout on Facebook, or you can reach us by email at info@weedsportproductions.com. Or you can find us on Twitter. My Twitter handle is NYVoice13.
Yep, I'm on Twitter also at Dan_Kapuscinski, so you can get us at multiple different locations to be able to interact and be part of the show, which is what we really want, is people to tune in, talk with us, give us some content too. We'll interact with you and do our best to give you a good program.
Enough about us. What do you say we talk about some racing?
Yes, there's already been plenty going on.
There sure has. One of the biggest events in the United States. Each year it takes place in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The 34th edition of the Chili Bowl was just 1 week ago. And Dan, this event seems to get bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah, they 343 entries. They were only 20 shy of the record that they had in Tulsa this year. 6 straight nights of racing, of course, Monday through Saturday. It all culminated into this 55-lap championship event. Tanner Thorson in the 19 started on the pole position, but it was Christopher Bell, the 84, jumped out into the race lead. And Shane, he was looking for his 4th consecutive Chili Bowl victory that would tie him with Kevin Swindell.
Winning one of these events is tough to do, but winning 3 in a row is even tougher, and going for 4 is a feat that would only be accomplished twice in the history of this event.
Yeah, that's right. Very difficult. Not only do you have to be set up mentally and, of course, have a good race car, but you've got to have a lot of luck on your side when there's all this kind of racing action going on, as you see Bell working his way through lap traffic here and working his way through the pack. A couple cautions early on in this event, but there were a number of green flag stretches in the middle portion that gave Kyle Larson a chance early in the race to take a run at the lead.
Kyle Larson in that white 01 right there tried to throw the slider on Bell, couldn't make it work, and some great footage here. We got to shout out a thank you to Racing Boys and Speed Shift TV for the footage that we're using here tonight.
Yeah, they had fantastic production all week long, showing you this great racing from Monday all the way through Saturday. Thorson in that 19 doing battle with, I believe that is Rico Abreu there in the 97 machine, part of the KKM stable. That was the big story all week long. Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, usually Keith Kuhn's teammates, now moving off to their own teams. Larson driving his own number 01 machine, Bell driving for Chad Boat.
How much trust do these two drivers have in one another and their talents to be racing this close, this fast at the Expo Center?
Countless amounts of trust. And actually, these two guys ran into each other battling for the lead last year. Larson had it right up to the last lap, and Bell was able to get him there on the low side of the last lap last year. And again, Larson was able to work the bottom side. A nasty slider there to take the race lead. You thought maybe Christopher was going to be able to get back underneath, but Larson slammed the door shut on him in this one.
And a little bump and grind there off of corner number 4. As you can see, the Larson 01 in control with Christopher Bell, Cannon McIntosh, Jonathan Beeson, and Rico Abreu all giving Chase a very solid top 5.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the racetrack, you can see, changed hands a bunch of times. Early on, they take the time early on in this event to completely re-manicure the track, so it's really hammered down on the bottom side, but the cushion builds up, and Aaron Reitzel caught it there in the 87 machine. Thomas Meserol went over with him as well. Interesting story on Timez. He was on a late flight getting back to Tulsa on Saturday, almost didn't even make the event. He couldn't run the pole shuffle, had to start the race from the 10th position.
As Kyle Larson in control with the 0-1, you see the number 84 of Christopher Bell being challenged now by the 97 of Rico Abreu, who is able to take the spot away, but then surrenders it back to Bell.
Yeah, I think a little bit of bragging rights kind of going on here between Abreu and Bell. Again, as we said, Abreu in that KKM ride. But neither of them, as it would turn out, would really have anything for Kyle Larson as he continues to check away. That was the best thing Kyle could see, was those two guys battling for that runner-up spot.
Kyle Larson in the 0-1, making his imprint at the Chili Bowl, picking up the 34th edition. 55 laps, $10,000 in his pocketbook, and the Victory Lane celebration starts. And he said in Victory Lane that this race was bigger for him than winning Daytona.
Well, these guys grow up on this open wheel racing, and the Chili Bowl is the biggest open wheel race in midget racing that you are going to find. And it's hard to believe, Shane, that was Kyle Larson's 13th attempt at the Chili Bowl. I think he's maybe only 27 or 28 years old to begin with, so we finally got it done on lucky 13.
Lucky number 13 for Kyle Larson. And you know, there was some local flavor that was out at the Chili Bowl. Of course, Larry White and Tim McCready. McCready, a past winner of the event, both in the E-Main and in the B-Main this year, didn't make the A-Main. And we are going to have coming up in our next segment, joining us, another local talent who is also competing in the Chili Bowl. Didn't quite make it, but we're going to find out what it was like to be out there.
That's right. Tyler Thompson going to be joining us here in the next segment, a guy that's been doing an awful lot of racing here in the last 5 or 6 months, both on the pavement and on the dirt. Got the experience of a lifetime at the Chili Bowl. We'll talk to him about that coming up next.
Don't forget, send us your comments, send us your questions. We want to talk to you more when we return on Off Track TV Live.
Weedsport Speedway is home of the fastest cars and biggest stars. With over $1 million in recent upgrades, our fans know this is the premier race destination in the Northeast. The fan experience is at the forefront of everything we do. LED light shows, luxury suites, premium stadium seating, and a 27-foot HD video display to engage and entertain fans. And by the way, our fans, our fans kick ass. They are committed and loyal. They bring their families to races. They consistently engage with us over social media, on our website, and tune into our incredible productions airing on national TV and streaming online. This year features an exciting season of events. It's a blast to go fast. Want to talk to a growing audience and next-generation fans? Customized sponsorship opportunities make it super easy. We have event sponsorships, product sponsorships, digital billboards, web, social, digital ads, race day displays and signage, booths and promotions. Video opportunities both in venue, on national TV, and streaming online. The drivers, the excitement, the speed. The Port Burgers are why fans show up. At Weedsport Speedway, our venue and production are the reason they keep coming back. Be a part of the best season yet.
Weedsport Productions is the live video production company that you need at your next event. Our mobile production truck is outfitted with the most advanced broadcast equipment in the industry. Weedsport Productions covers racing, live sporting events, corporate events, and concerts. We can broadcast your event live, stream it to the internet, or produce an exciting in-venue experience for your audience. Visit weedsportproductions.com now to learn more.
It's Florida in February. Beaches, palm trees, racing. Kickoff 2020 with the Dirt Car Nationals. Presented by Bozard Ford at Volusia Speedway Park. The world's fastest half mile. See 12 nights of World of Outlaws, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, and Morton Buildings Late Models, plus Dirt Car Modifieds. February 4th through the 15th. Custom ticket packages, camping, and all new grandstands. Who will take home the Gator? Be there to find out. Tickets at dirtcarnationals.com. World of Outlaws, Dirt Car Modifieds. Be there.
Welcome back to Off Track TV Live. Along with Dan Kapuscinski, I'm Shane Andrews, and joining us here at the desk, Tyler Thompson, who we'll talk to in just a moment, who's been a very busy racer over the last couple of weeks, Dan.
Yeah, that's for sure. He was running on the concrete in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Then he went to the dirt, Chili Bowl Nationals, and we're going to get you caught up on some action from Allentown here next.
That's right. Let's take a look at the TQ racing action that happened at the PPL Center in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Race number 1 of the indoor series, and Andy Jankowiak jumping out to the early lead on the tight confines, Dan, where you're up on the wheel, literally turning less than 10-second laps.
Yeah, 7.5-second laps, to be frank, and these guys really get it going. That's Tyler right there on his lid. Unfortunately, he got caught up in an accident early on in this one, but they were able to roll that car over, and Tyler was A-OK. Scott Kruger got up there in the fence on the outside.
What happened on that, Tyler?
Actually, I just saw, I think there was a wreck, and the guy actually spun, and then I was like, I might have a shot here, and I tried pulling to the bottom and actually caught a left rear.
Ran out of room and out of luck in his TQ. Two guys that were up on the wheel, though, Andy J in that green number 57, and Ryan Flores in the white machine right behind him, and then trouble, again, the tight confines biting these competitors.
Yeah, Shane, especially on restarts. You know, these guys double up for double file restarts. You're trying to get as many positions as you can, but you can see no love loss here about halfway through this one between Flores in the 15 and Jankowiak in the 57. Eric Rudolph in that yellow machine trying to squeak his way in there, too. There's a lot of pushing and banging in these TQ races. You got to have thick skin to make your way through it.
That, and you need a very heavy front bumper,
Exactly.
as it is used quite a bit in the indoor racing arena. So Flores up in front, Andy J right there trying to return the favor. Both of these former winners, and as you can see, they get into one another again, but Flores able to keep it going in the right direction.
Yeah, Andy J tried on that one. It kind of backfired on him, though, as it turned out. The car stalled up there and had to quit, and Flores in that 15 was able to restart in the lead. You probably can't quite tell from this vantage point, but when Andy J got into the left rear of that car, it actually cut the left rear tire down. So Flores is only on 3 tires as he rounds the 4th corner on his way to victory.
Ryan Flores would go on to the win. Steve Kemery 2nd, Jeremy Hardecourt 3rd, Anthony Payne 4th, and dirt modified racer Ryan Bartlett out of Adams Center, New York, coming home in position number 5.
Yeah, he's actually in the runner-up spot in the point standings as the series gets ready to head to Atlantic City here in just over a week.
And shout out to Danny Kay, who finished 12th in the Champ Car races at Allentown. And let's bring in our guest, Tyler Thompson, and both of you guys will be down in Atlantic City this weekend for the TQ races. Tyler, welcome to the set, and let's talk about first the Chili Bowl. What an experience out there. 343 cars. How do you get yourself pumped up to get into that event?
I mean, it's always been a dream to me, and I mean, I was able to make it work, and yeah, there were so many cars there. There was a whole lot of people there. I mean, it was awesome. So.
Well, Tyler, you were driving for Seymour Racing, who has been around the tracks for a long time, have done a lot of racing on pavement and dirt. What was it like teaming up with the Seymours and working with them out there in Tulsa?
They're very organized, and I mean, they know a lot about these things, and I mean, that helped a lot, and they're just amazing people, too. So, I mean, that was cool.
Good.
The contacts that you've had to have made out there, just to recap, last year you were the winner of the International Classic up at Oswego. You've had success in the modifieds. You've had success in the sportsmen's. Your first foray in the midget out at the Chili Bowl. This is another one of those, if you will, rungs on the ladder for what you want to do.
Right, yeah. I've always wanted to drive a sprint car, so.
I was going to say, that's one thing left, right?
Yeah.
Is that coming together?
I think we might have a deal, actually, so I think that'd be pretty cool.
Well, Tyler, you've got a big race coming up in Atlantic City here in a couple of weeks. You took to the TQ midgets pretty quick. How do you assess your chances for the big money in AC?
Well, I mean, you have to have a whole lot of luck, so, and I mean, I'm ready to go, so.
Well, good.
When you get back to the outdoor season up here in 2020 in Central New York, what are the plans?
Well, we're going to start off with Oswego, and, well, I mean, hopefully we do a little bit better than last year. And then, I mean, we're going to run some dirt here and there. But, I mean, really the asphalt. So.
When you say do better than you did, how do you top that win in the Classic?
Well, I mean, in the points. Yeah. I mean, that was truly amazing. I mean, because I know guys have been trying it for 20-plus years, and I win it, I mean, so quick. So.
You and Dan will both be down to Atlantic City this weekend, and this is a tough place to race. It's a different track than what you saw at Allentown.
Oh yeah, I mean it's faster. I mean I wouldn't say it's I don't know. It's really really fast, and I mean you just have to have a luck and a good car. So
I was going to say, all the racing you've done on concrete, pavement, dirt racing. What's been the most fun for you? What do you prefer most when it comes down to race time? What surface do you want to be on?
I mean I don't know. That's really tough to say. I mean I want to say dirt, but I'm really liking the asphalt now.
Right.
So
I guess it depends on the weekend, probably.
Yeah. Yep.
When you're racing the TQ 7-second laps, you've got to be mentally sharp with everything. What have you been able to take away from that to be able to obviously take to the asphalt and to the dirt car racing?
I mean, you have to be smooth, and I mean, you really have to be aggressive at the right times, I'd say.
Right.
So I think that'd be it.
I was going to say that's got to be the big thing is learning to be, I don't want to say, it's almost patiently aggressive. You don't want to get in over your head, but at the same time, you got to use the front bumper when you need to.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Recently, you just picked up the 2019 Eastern Motorsports Press Association Young Guns Award. That's got to make you feel pretty good being recognized at such a young age. If you turned 18 yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so at 18 years old, being recognized by the national media for your success and talents.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, there were just a whole bunch of guys in there. I mean, they're famous. So, I mean, for me to be on there is just awesome.
That's great, especially in the name of John Blewett III, a guy that done a lot of great pavement racing over the years. So to be in line with somebody like that's pretty awesome.
Well, I mean, he was the best, so.
Yep.
Tyler, we appreciate you taking time out of your schedule midwinter here. We know you got to get ready for Atlantic City, but thanks for stopping in and visiting us.
All right, thank you, guys.
Hey, good luck this weekend to both you and Dan down there in Atlantic City. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a familiar face here at the Weedsport Speedway. Not is he only the promoter, he's also a driver, and he just happens to be mine and Dan's boss. Jimmy Phelps will be on set with us when we return to Off Track TV Live.
It's Florida in February. Beaches, palm trees, racing. Kickoff 2020 with the Dirt Car Nationals. Presented by Bozard Ford at Volusia Speedway Park. The world's fastest half mile. See 12 nights of World of Outlaws, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, and Morton Buildings Late Models, plus Dirt Car Modifieds. February 4th through the 15th. Custom ticket packages, camping, and all new grandstands. Who will take home the Gator? Be there to find out. Tickets at DirtCarNationals.com. World of Outlaws, Dirt Car Modifieds. Be there.
Weedsport Productions is the live video production company that you need at your next event. Our mobile production truck is outfitted with the most advanced broadcast equipment in the industry. Weedsport Productions covers racing, live sporting events, corporate events, and concerts. We can broadcast your event live, stream it to the internet, or produce an exciting in-venue experience for your audience. Visit weedsportproductions.com now to learn more.
Welcome back to Off Track TV Live. Don't forget, you can text, you can hit up Dan and I on Twitter or send us an email. We want to hear your questions. If you're texting me, that means you have my phone number, so be nice, because now we have to behave, Dan. The boss is in the house.
Yeah, well, we'll try.
Jimmy Phelps, promoter of the Weedsport Speedway and driver of the HBR Racing number 98H, which is also housed right here in Weedsport, New York. Jim, welcome back to the set.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Thanks, guys.
And
Welcome back to you guys.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks for everything for this upcoming season. New studio, new desk, and everything.
Yeah, new digs here. We're looking good. Yeah, Andy worked hard and did a really nice job on this, and just excited to be able to see you guys more and try to get the fans pumped up and get the snow to melt, and we get going.
Speaking of getting the fans pumped up, Weedsport Speedway schedule is already out. We're going to get things going with the testing doing on May 3rd.
May 3rd, yep. And, that's always, it's important to, to everybody at different levels. And, obviously it's important to us because we want to get the track, active. We want to get the staff active and, get the clay right and all those things that, it takes that, get ahead of the game a little bit. So hopefully the weather breaks for us, and we've had a halfway decent winter so far. So if things continue, we should be in good shape for that.
You notice one change in the schedule right off the top of the bat. Last year we attempted to start with the World of Outlaws right off the bat. Unfortunately, the weather didn't allow that to happen. They moved to a Saturday now in August. A lot of people seem to be very excited about that change in the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, we're real excited because at the end of the day, we've lost, I don't know the math, but I mean, at least half of our World Outlaws shows. A lot of effort going to them. There's a lot of travel for them guys to get here. So for, with them, you take what you can get, and that schedule goes all over the country. So it's hard to pick and choose. But we were fortunate this year to get an opportunity to obviously be able to bring them in midsummer. Hopefully the weather's going to cooperate a little better, a little less risky, and gives us more time to build it up, gives us more time to get our eggs in a row and get on our game, and we're looking forward to it.
But of course the big block modifieds remain the staple, and they're going to kick off the season right there on Memorial Day.
Yep, they'll be here Memorial Day for a Super Dirt Series event. Then they're back, obviously, back to back with the Tony Stewart All-Star Group, and then the USAC Sprints are back. Right. So modifieds will kind of co-headline with each of those divisions in June, and then we got the Hall of Fame 100 July. So a lot of modified racing, I think even more than last year, which I'm personally excited about. And this is modified country, and the fans have more than spoke that the big blocks are really what they want to see, and Weedsport's going to give it to them.
Let's talk about some of the staple shows that are on the schedule. Once again, the Empire State Challenge with the World of Outlaw Sprints and the 358 Modifieds coming up, the Legends reunion with the ESS. But in September, there's a weekend that has piqued my interest, the Cavalcade Cup weekend.
Yes, the Cavalcade Cup. It's still a work in progress. We had a lot of plans, a lot of great ideas, a lot of modified racing, but a lot of everything. The Rush Late models are coming into town. Obviously, ESS will have a big show on Friday night. They'll be joined by the Modifieds Super Dirt Series race. Pro Stock Series will be here on Saturday. The Mod Lights will be paying us a visit. Going to be a little bit of something for everybody and a little bit of something for all the different fans, too. I mean, we got some activities planned, some live music planned. Obviously more details to come on all that.
I was going to say, with the amenities and the camping and everything that Weedsport has, it's only fitting to have a weekend fall event.
It is, and we've been working towards it, and we're fortunate this year that the way the Super Dirt Series schedule worked out, we were able to take advantage of that weekend. It's definitely something that we've, and we have tried. We just haven't had the right day, haven't had the right weather, haven't had the right divisions, and so it just hasn't felt right. And for some reason, this feels right.
Sure.
And I'm hoping that we're starting something special here, and I'm optimistic we are, and I'm looking forward to watching it pull together.
Super Dirt Week kickoff party in October, kickoff Super Dirt Week. And, of course, while we have you here, we've got to talk about the short port, the go-kart track.
The short port. Fresh off our first full year.
Yeah.
There's not much to say other than we just, we learned every week and pleasantly surprised at how well it went. And it was a lot of fun.
And 2020, not only the promoter of the Speedway, but also driver of the HBR Racing number 98H. Last year, chassis switch end of the season, paid dividends for you down at the dirt track at Charlotte for the World Finals, getting a victory down there. What can we expect from the racing team this year?
Well, hopefully more wins. We came up a little short on that front last year, and it was disappointing, discouraging. But this team never quits, and this is a tough racket. I mean, when I say it's big block country, it's because the best of the best are up here running the Super Dirt Series, and so it's not easy. So you have to be on your game. But we built another car similar to what we had last year at the end of the year, and we're really comfortable as a team. It seemed to feel right. Kurt's doing a great job preparing us for Florida. We're gonna head to Florida here this next month, and I'm just really excited. Just that last couple races and making the switch, and for whatever reason, I mean, it seemed to just kind of put some new life into us. I know it put some new life into me, and sometimes momentum's the name of the game.
Sure.
Confidence is certainly the name of the game, and quite frankly, I didn't have much, going into that tail end of the year. So help build some of that back up, and just excited to get going.
Last year, you guys opted not to go to Florida. Making the trip this year, I'm sure that's part of you had some confidence out of Charlotte, try to keep it going, get it started early, and build a notebook, I'm sure, at the same time.
That's probably the biggest reasons. Obviously, we have a lot to learn. It's not just the chassis change either. I mean, in defense to, the chassis we were running before, and even the chassis we were running before that, a lot's changed in the dirt modified world. This coil over suspension's taken off. I was a little bit of a bullhead, and it's been well documented that I personally, and the team kind of helped follow suit with it. We just didn't do it. We didn't want to do it. We thought it was a fad. Got caught behind a little bit, and we paid the price. So this switch to Bicknell's they've got a real simple program to kind of get you off on the right track with this coil thing. So we're still learning that, and but exciting. Whole new worlds opened up. A lot of new things, new adjustments, and we got to get racing. And Florida's a good start.
Sure.
It sure is, and of course gets us a little bit out of the colder weather too.
It does, it does, and I understand you're going to be down there, so
Yes.
I'm looking forward to hearing you.
I'll be back, but thank you. If you're hearing me, that means you're sitting in the stands. So
Well said.
He got you there.
Looking forward to hearing you afterwards.
all right, thank you. Yeah, we'll
Victory Lane, maybe.
Victory
There you
Lane,
go.
that would be
Perfect.
the spot. Yes.
Perfect.
Jim, I would be remiss if I didn't ask this question about Weedsport Speedway in 2020. Last year, we had the Outlaws Tour come into town, the Outlaws and Renegade.
Yeah.
Travis Tritt and Charlie Daniels.
Charlie Daniels.
All right.
You never left the stage.
I never left
I
the
loved
stage.
that.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. If they had a mosh pit, I would have jumped in.
Yes. Charlie probably would have pushed you.
You hate me just to get off the stage. I didn't want to take away the spotlight.
Yeah.
Concerts this year. Anything in the works? Anything coming back to Weedsport that you can divulge?
Well, I can tell you that there's some things in the works. Nothing solid yet. We have a few bids out, a few irons in the fire, and we're optimistic. It looks like probably late summer, and if we can make it happen, the world will be the first to know. So we're excited to. I guess we're excited to say we're hoping to make it happen, and you're going to hear about it soon, but nothing that we can talk about yet. And but we want to make it happen. We got some momentum. It was a great show. We had no idea what we were doing.
And to be honest with you, as an avid concert goer, that is not the perception that everybody has.
It went off really well.
Was
The
without
flow
a
was
hitch,
really good, and I guess the biggest thing, and it's the biggest thing that we want out of any event, and anytime we open the doors, people left pretty excited and satisfied and said, I can't wait to do it again.
Right,
so
right.
at the end of the day, we want to build on that. And so we're working on it. It's a tough business, and it's getting tougher over here. We're learning it, we're learning every day how tough it is. I mean, they're popping up, amphitheaters and, the fairs adding data. There's just a lot going on. So there's a lot of competition, and but we're optimistic we're going to make something happen, and hopefully soon.
And it helps make Weedsport an event destination, not just the racing portion, but the other activities that can be utilized here at the Speedway.
Yes, we have a, for those who haven't been here, I mean, we have a beautiful property. We have beautiful campgrounds. We have, and that's a testament to, Mr. Hankey's vision and all the effort that he's put into making sure that, this place is top notch. That's kind of trickled down, and there's a lot of effort into making it look nice, a lot of good grass. But the campground's taken off. That's been very well received and continues to grow every year. People enjoy being here. We got the playground, we got good food, we got the beer garden and the live bands and all that stuff. So, yeah, we're actually finding now that there's other things evolving. We got a car show this year again. New York State ride, which is a benefit for the Cancer Institute in Rochester. I mean, they come in and spend a day here, and that was X hundred people. I mean, there's a lot going on, and they're utilizing it, and we're enjoying seeing it evolve and seeing that happen. And the concert's just a good fit. I mean, it's nothing new here. It's new to us, but there's still some of the old school that are enjoying coming back to them.
We didn't even mention the motorcycles.
Yes.
coming in a 4th of July weekend, you know, and that's the thing. You just keep adding things, more coals to the fire, and it just continues to build.
The motorcycles have been a great partnership. I'm glad you brought that up because they're back, and we're moving it up a week this year to 4th of July weekend. 2 nights. Come enjoy the holiday. It's gonna be neat.
Sure.
We're gonna have fireworks and a bunch of stuff to do. That's a long-term deal. It's been a great partnership, and we're looking to grow that. And I know they're growing leaps and bounds. I mean,
Right,
they're getting
right.
new events. That whole thing's exploding.
Yep.
And we're just so fortunate to be a part of it.
Yeah.
You know, every year we walk into the gates the first time here at Weedsport, and there's always something different, always something new, and I am sure that is going to be the case again for 2020.
We're working on a few things. Last year was a big year. You know, we had to add grandstands and, obviously the stage in the midway, and
An entire go-kart
I'm
track.
sure that there's stuff I know about, and there's stuff I probably don't know about.
Right,
So
right.
we'll all be surprised.
Well, Jim, thanks for stopping in to see us. We know you were busy over at the shop getting your cars ready for Florida for the Dirt Car Nationals. Thanks for taking time to visit with us. But most importantly, thanks for everything that you and your entire family and everybody with Mr. Hankey and Betsy does for Central New York Racing and for all of us here with Weedsport Productions. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you both for what you do. And, just real excited and can't wait to see everybody back in May.
Looking forward to it. Jim Phelps, promoter of the Weedsport Speedway and driver of the HBR Racing number 98H Big Block Modified, which you will be able to see in action not only here but also on the Super Dirt Car Series in 2020. When we return, Dan and I take on the challenge of your questions when we return here on Off Track TV Live.
It's Florida in February. Beaches, palm trees, racing. Kickoff 2020 with the Dirt Car Nationals. Presented by Bozard Ford at Volusia Speedway Park, the world's fastest half mile. See 12 nights of World of Outlaws, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, and Morton Buildings Late Models, plus Dirt Car Modifieds. February 4th through the 15th. Custom ticket packages, camping, and all new grandstands. Who will take home the Gator? Be there to find out. Tickets at DirtCarNationals.com. World of Outlaws, Dirt Car Modifieds. Be there.
Weedsport Speedway is home of the fastest cars and biggest stars. With over $1 million in recent upgrades, our fans know this is the premier race destination in the Northeast. The fan experience is at the forefront of everything we do. LED light shows, luxury suites, premium stadium seating, and a 27-foot HD video display to engage and entertain fans. And by the way, our fans? Yeah, our fans kick ass. They are committed and loyal. They bring their families to races. They consistently engage with us over social media, on our website, and tune into our incredible productions airing on national TV and streaming online. This year features an exciting season of events. It's a blast to go fast. Want to talk to a growing audience and next-generation fans? Customized sponsorship opportunities make it super easy. We have event sponsorships, product sponsorships, digital billboards, web, social, digital ads, race day displays and signage, booths and promotions. Video opportunities both in venue, on national TV, and streaming online. The drivers, the excitement, the speed. The Port Burgers are why fans show up. At Weedsport Speedway, our venue and production are the reason they keep coming back. Be a part of the best season yet.
Welcome back to Off Track TV, our final segment for our first show to start our third season for 2020. And this is where Dan and I take your questions and try to answer them the best we can. And the first question that we have actually is a good one, and they're all good ones. This is a good one for both of us, from Bill McCurdy. What was up with the track conditions at the Chili Bowl?
Yeah, early on, there was a bit of a concern. It actually entailed the very inside of the racetrack. Obviously, they built a little bit of a berm up on the inside to keep the cars out of the infield. And from my understanding, the berm on the inside was actually a bit uneven. A lot of the guys like to ride in there on the low side, hook the left front on the bottom, and carry that bottom, but they were unable to do so. And Shane, they actually went back to the iRacing scans of the Chili Bowl facility to recreate the racetrack overnight heading into, I believe, Thursday evening. So they had to get in with the diggers, move clay, reset clay, and basically rebuild the inside of the racetrack in one evening based off of scans on iRacing.
That is impressive. Now, iRacing is something that is taking the nation by storm, where you can virtually race. And for those of you that don't know about it, you're sitting at your desktop or your laptop, and you can virtually race a midget, a late model, a sprint car, a modified. It doesn't matter. And for iRacing to be able to contribute to the track of the Chili Bowl, it just shows how the technology has advanced so far in our sport in such a short time.
It's unreal, the scanning technology that takes place in the racetracks. Trust me, I've done iRacing a little bit here and there, not on the dirt, but on the pavement. They are amazingly accurate, and the racing's fantastic.
I think we got time for one more question here, Dan. Johnny G wants to know, if you could pick a big block modified fantasy league, who would be your number one pick?
Wow. Well,
so what's the criteria? I mean, and before, because we both do fantasy football, we know, okay, yards after catch, yards rushing, yards passing, everything. So really, what would be the parameters that we would set up for something like this?
Man.
Wins, top fives, top tens,
yeah, I mean,
races?
obviously you'd go with your statistics in terms of that. You'd be hard-pressed not to pick a Matt Shepard, obviously, right off the top of the bat, just because of the win percentage that the guy's had lately. Yeah. Once again, was awarded the AARN show as the top-winning modified driver. It's unreal. But that would be fun to do something along those lines. Matt Williamson is right there. Eric Rudolph, guys of that nature. You got to win, I would think. Just like in fantasy football, you want to rack up the numbers, and in racing, the numbers are checkered flags.
Well, Johnny G wants to know, if you picked, who would be your first pick?
I would pick Matt Shepard.
Yeah, I would do the same. I think, if we had 10 guys in a fantasy league, we'd all probably want the number one pick.
Right. But, of course, if we split it up into tiers and you lose so many points for certain guys, where you'd really make your money is who your second and third pick was going to be at the end of the day.
Yep.
So,
you're a flex starter that week, if you will.
That's right.
Well, Dan, we've got to say goodbye, and what a great way to start out 2020. Tyler Thompson, Jimmy Phelps, and, of course, our new set, and it's great to be back here with you, my friend.
I know. It's awesome to see you again, Shane. The programming that we're going to be bringing, more than 25 shows. We're going to be back on February 5th, 7 p.m. right here on Facebook Live. Please be sure to go onto the Weedsport Productions Facebook page, like that page, share that page, do as much as you can to kind of spread the gospel of what we're trying to do here on Off Track TV. The more followers we have, the more fun we can have.
That's right. For all of the production crew here at the Weedsport Speedway, for Danny Kapuscinski, my name is The Voice, Shane Andrews, saying thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you at the races.